Gang, what's up, gang? I'm sorry about the inconvenience, but I'm getting knocked out for some kind of strange reason, and yeah, shit happens. But all right. To make a long story short, if you tuned in to the lab before, I was rudely disconnected by YouTube because Trey Gang finna spill some tea. Now look, that's why I got him on the screen right now. All right. Check this out, gang. Look at the picture real closely. I'm finna spill some tea about this sucker right here and his girlfriend. All right. For one thing, notice his haircut. Y'all see the haircut? Yeah, that's a false flag. That he ain't from the hood. You see what I'm talking about? He got a military cut. Don't no real nigga walk around with his hair like that. And for another thing, the sucker got a muscle shirt on. Another false flag. Now watch this. Keep this in mind. He said the story is it was cold. That's the first thing that came out of his mouth. But the sucker in the goddamn muscle shirt. And look at his hand. See how big them motherfuckers is? Alright. And look at the jeans he got on. Alright. You got a muscle shirt with a pair of Wranglers on. Look, y'all. He got a pair of Wranglers on. Walmart John. Top of the line, buddy. I mean, goddamn it, $20 a pop. You got you some goddamn Wranglers. With a muscle shirt? Red flag. He ain't from the hood, y'all. And check this out. Why he got a muscle shirt and some Wranglers on? Y'all see at the bottom of his at his pants? This sucker got on police boots. He got on police boots. Look, watch this. Y'all check this out. He got on police boots. Let me blow this sucker up on the screen. He got on look how they at the edge of his damn knees. He got some motherfucking thigh high boots on. Police jump SWAT. Right? Okay. Now check this out. Is this Thunderboot. Talking about two boys missing. Now watch this. I'm finna chop the game up. Y'all see how he dressed? He got on police boots. Look at the bottom in his legs. Real steel-toed shots. And a muscle shirt. And he got a white federal van. Look, y'all. He drive a white federal van like you supposed to deliver some goddamn Wells Fargo change, bank transaction, picking up duffel bags of money, transporting motor parts or anything in a goddamn van. And the neighbors said he lived up on the strict rules that every time when they seen him and this girl, now keep this in mind, they just only seen the adopted boys. I mean, not the they biological kid. Cause remember he said the neighbor said he only seen 4 of the kids. But keep this in mind, He supposed to have a custody of 6, right? Okay. Now look, y'all look at the shoe and look at the jeans. Who dressed like that? And what kind of job did he do? Cause if you riding in the van like that, you got to be driving a company van, somebody that you were employed with or something, to be driving that kind of van. And then you got on steel toed tactic boots. Them ain't no normal steel toed. Them tactic boots. They made for you know what I'm talking about? Crime and shit, you know what I'm talking about? And keep this in mind. Now I want y'all to see, I just want y'all to pay attention. He ain't showing his hand. And he ain't got no kind of body movements, right? Look, his wife sitting next to him rocking like a motherfucker. And this in slow motion. So what I'm basically saying, he got some kind of military training or some kind of he got some kind of shit he battling with some government. I don't know what it is, but that's why the feds got involved, cause don't nobody ride no van and say 2 boys come up missing and nobody ain't never seen these kids. Pay y'all. Check them out. So he ain't got no family support. She ain't really got no family support. They could bag up and be like, man, these some nice people. This my son, my nephew. You heard no family members coming out. And they young. Why is the fuck they even talking about adopting kids anyway? Y'all young, you mean to tell me you can't bust that thing open right quick and pop one of them pie y'all babies out that joint? You see what I'm saying? Now, look at him now. He know it. He mad now because I said, yeah, I'm on your ass. Because they want to adopt some kids young. And keep this in mind. They got 2 kids, I guess, of their own. But the other 4 is adopted, including the boys. Pay y'all. See what I'm talking about? All right. Now look. Check this out. Look at the movement. This is the reason why I got it in slow motion. Cause if you look at her facial expression, look at her facial expression and look at his. Look at her eyebrows and look at his eyebrows. Now you could tell her facial expression that like, man, I can't believe I got myself into this shit with this nigga. And he got us on national news about these goddamn kids that something he done did. But this my boyfriend though. And I got to ride with him. You see what I'm saying? She looks scared. Look, she's scared. He ain't, cause he got a military mindset. Like he run the household. He one of them strict niggas. You see what I'm talking about? Y'all heard the neighbor said he was walking. through the goddamn with a stick and he thought he was some kind of ninja and shit. And look, watch this. Look at her facial expression, y'all, and look at heels. You see how she nodding her head? She in submission with her nigga. So she finna, whatever he did, she finna go all the way out with him. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know how this shit go. And look how calm. That's why the lady said, you too calm for me. He ain't moving. He ain't flinching. Man, that sucker ain't trying to flinch, but he ain't fooling me though. Right? Man, y'all like, share, and subscribe. I'm just breaking this shit down from my point of view. Cause you know I gotta hit this sucker with this pie stick. See what I'm saying? This is slow motion, cause don't you know when you got yourself in some shit and you went and you got the spotlight on you, that's how it gonna feel. Time done slow down. And it gonna show your whole expression. Like this here. We know the story. Just pay attention to their reaction and the story they giving us. She looking in the camera, clutching her chest. She scared. She depending on this sucker. Y'all see how she in total submission? He talking. And she looking back at the house. But she in submission. She scared. Look at the eyebrow. So y'all don't think she in fear too of fucking with this sucker? Now look when I speed it up. Still nodding her head. Cause she in submission. Cause what the fuck he saying? Y'all don't see this shit. You don't see it. Still bobbing her motherfucking head. But check this out though. Watch the footage. We ain't got to listen to him. Just listen what the reaction show. Alright. Now check this out. Y'all see how she was nodding her head in submission, like, yeah. She going along with his story. But she so nervous, she keep looking around and see who finna run up on her, cause she know it's foul play. She don't know if she know the family out there right now. And she like, man, I'm so goddamn scared. I don't know these folks finna run up on her and kick our ass. You see what I'm saying? But check this out. Look at his outfit he got on. Look how his pants fitted with a muscle shirt with some police boots. Shout out to AV News that caught this footage because he was doing this shit the same time they were doing the news interview. And he got all the footage that y'all need. So y'all go and subscribe to that. Hold on, watch this. Hold up. This when they going in the house. Look, y'all see that? This nigga got a white police narcotic van, a tackle van, tinted windows. Everybody say, ooh, that shit suspicious. And he got a muscle shirt with some kind of jeans on. Look like some jeans you can, go to war with these motherfuckers. They built for gun belts and holsters and explosive shit. With the goddamn look. And watch this. She in submissive. Get your ass in there. The bitch they on to us. Hold up. Y'all see the shoes? You mean to tell me this sucker don't got no kind of Jordans, no Air Force One? This nigga got no. What kind of job he do? And look, and matter of fact, since I seen them goddamn steel toe boots on, and now he had a way he got his face covered up, this sucker might think he in the Taliban. You don't know what kind of religion this sucker might be preaching in. Yeah, baby, we got to stop the you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't see that shit? Hold up, wait a minute. Man, y'all know what kind of jeans them is. Them federal pants that you know what I'm saying, security wear, the prison guards wear. No mask on his face, but he covered his face up, right? And look at the belt he got on now. Do you know Louis? Hold up.
I mean, we would kind of see them around. They would come around. They were really quiet people. They were really quiet people. They didn't socialize with nobody. Like usually all the neighborhood people, they kind of, when they see each other, they, say hi.
Yeah, greet, right.
They're really quiet people, yeah.
How many kids do you remember seeing?
I think it was like three or four kids.
Did you ever see the boys at Came up missing?
We did, but it was usually, honestly, the interactions that they would have with people, it was always really quick. Like when we would be coming, they would either run out that way, or they would, like, if they were coming in, they would just come in hella fast and just go into their apartments. They wouldn't really talk too much, you know.
So they would go this way?
Yeah, they had their parking. I don't know why they would.
He said 3 or 4 kids what he saw. Now keep this in mind, of the 4 kids they done dropped off for the granny house. And he never said nothing about 6 kids. He said I only seen about 3 or 4. And this at the apartment that he recently stayed at. This his neighbor seen this sucker and they said 4 kids. Now them the same 4 kids that the police got protected in custody. Cause they said if they see any kind of neglect on the kids, we gotta take these kids in protected custody. Now check what he's saying about how the way he handled the kids when they seen him.
Park back there. The guy used to drive like a big, long white van, and they would always park back there. They would just, as soon as, like I said, when we would come out sometimes, if they were to see us, they would kind of either backtrack, kind of back into the apartment, or if we would come out, they would kind of try to rush out that way. But
the van, was it an older van? Because they own 2 white vans.
I want to say it looked kind of like a more newer style van. I believe it had like tinted windows.
Yeah.
Do you remember the time frame that they lived here by any chance?
I don't, just because, like I said, our interactions were very minimal. But I do know that for at least, like, they probably moved out, I want to say maybe about 6 months ago. 6 months ago, yes, okay. Somewhere around there. I'm not exactly sure on the time frame, but as far.
Now check this out. He said they moved from their apartment 6 months ago. If you look at the interview, when they asked them, when the neighborhood asked them, how long y'all knew the California city, right? How long y'all been staying over here? That sucker said, we been staying over here for about 3 months. Okay. He just said they moved from over there 6 months ago. So where they was at for 3 months before they moved in the goddamn house. Keep this in mind, they got a white ass van. That van made for traveling. That van ain't made for making babies. That van made for transporting shit, Jack. Y'all. Man, let me know somebody in your family got a long white goddamn van looking like Federal jump out. Talking about we just got kids. Alright. Pay attention.
As far as long as we moved in here, I've always kind of remembered them being down here.
Okay. Yeah, because we're hearing they moved, I believe, September.
Yeah, somewhere around there. I know, I'm not exactly, like I said, I'm not sure on the time frame, just but I do know that they moved somewhere around like 6 months ago, somewhere around there, you know.
Other than the fast moving behaviors, did you notice anything strange with the kids, or
well, they would never come out.
but like when you did see them when they were rushing in, did they look like they were in like?
I can't say that they looked like they were being harmed or anything like that. No. They were very quiet, very quiet. All the neighborhood kids from out here, they always come out and play, but they would, you know, stay inside, and you would always hear them like kind of talk through the window. They would kind of talk to the kids. We would walk by and hey guys, like stuff like that, but you would never see them come out and socialize with everybody.
Did y'all hear that? He said he used to walk by and the kids be in the window trying to get their attention. And he don't want them to be outside. Do y'all see what kind of thunderboot this sucker is, Jack? This the neighbor. Look, this the neighbor, goddamn it, telling y'all this sucker don't let the kids out. And when we see them, they in windows like, hey, you know, that could have been saved me then. Let me rewind it.
armed or anything like that. They were very quiet, very quiet. All the neighborhood kids from out here, they always come out and play, but they would, stay inside, and you would always hear them like kind of talk through the window. They would kind of talk to the kids. We would walk by and hey guys, like stuff like that, but you would never see them come out and socialize with everybody.
Yeah, it sucks.
And you for sure, you remember the two little ones?
Yeah, I mean, I remember them. I remember it was the dude, because he always used to walk out here with a stick, and I remember because I always thought that he was into martial arts and stuff like that. So I always used to see him. I remember the female also; she was very quiet as well. And then I remember 2 or 3 boys. I think there was an older one, and then the 2 little ones that went missing. I think I'm not 100% on that.
Keep this in mind what the neighbor's saying. He in his mind is 4 kids. He keeps saying 4 kids, but according to the records of the parents, they supposed to have 6 kids. So that means ain't nobody seen these goddamn kids in this apartment. You feel me? Man, y'all drop y'all thoughts in the chat. Y'all heard what this man saying for the kids? But in paperwork, they supposed to have 6 kids. So, California City, we see kids getting in the van, add up to about 4. Over here, it add up to about 4 in the apartment. So you mean to tell me they ain't seen the babies? Wait a minute.
And then some lady used to come by and see them, visit them, and she would park in their parking spot. But
You remember what she looked like?
I don't. I just know she used to drive, I think, like a blue car.
Was she elderly?
She was elderly, yes.
His mom.
Yeah.
Probably his mom.
The biological?
I think so.
The adopted dad's biological mom.
Oh.
That's who they were on vacation with, I guess, right? The other two.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you don't remember 6 kids here?
6 kids? No. No.
That's why they asked him about 6 kids. He said 6 kids. Oh no, 4 kids. Wait a minute.
Biological mom.
Oh.
That's who they were on vacation with, I guess, right? The other two.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you don't remember 6 kids here?
6 kids? No. No, not 6 kids. Like I said, I think I would remember at the most. I think it was like 3 that I seen.
Yeah.
And it was one that looked like maybe like he was like 7 years old, 8 years old, something older, and then the 2 younger ones. I remember the 2 younger ones, but no, I don't think I've ever seen 6 kids with them all at one time.
Man, y'all still look. Y'all still trying to piece this shit out. Watch this. That's why I was trying to show y'all that sucker picture when he got his hands folded. He dressed up in military girl, like some step type shit, you know what I'm saying? And he told a goddamn, I ain't got to listen what the neighbor described him.
It's kind of weird how they would take off and go around.
I mean, honestly, it's like I can't. They were. I guess you could say they're a little off. I mean, I don't want to down talk on the family because I didn't know them like that.
Yeah.
But just the way that they kind of were, their characteristics, I guess you could say they did seem a little off.
What about the stick that you said you always used to see him?
It's just because I always figured that he would do martial arts because he was kind of, he looked like a little fit guy, and it was like a brown stick that he used to walk around with. But he would just, like I said, he would walk around here, and then like I just assumed it was martial arts because he was always kind of spinning it. It was just a wooden stick, you know.
All right, now we need to find out where is that wooden stick. Where is that wooden stick? We got the neighbor said he twirling that motherfucker like he a ninja. Don't y'all think that could be a murder weapon or something? he could have hit the kids with. You see what I'm saying? All this important evidence. AV Watchman News is not just answer no question just to be asking this shit. Man, the police supposed to be out there with them, Jack, and soaking this tea up. But guess what? Check this out. Shout out to AV News.
You ever hear any like commotion down here at all?
No,
Besides
honestly,
the quietness?
no. Other than the quietness, no. Like my what's it called? We would always I work for this company and they distribute juices sometimes. So I used to bring boxes of juices and I always distribute it between all the neighbors. And
Nice.
I would send my daughter out to give it to them, and she would knock on the door and they wouldn't open the door. They would just look through the people and they would be like, "No, thank you." And my daughter would be like, "Oh, we got juices for you." "No, it's okay. No, thank you. We don't want them." And
They would never open the door.
yeah, that's
Wow.
only one time I caught him out here, and I told him, I was like, "Hey man, I got some juices. Like if you guys want some." And he's like, "Oh yeah, like I'll take a box for sure." And he took it. And then that was like the only time. Other than that, our interactions were always really quick. Like he would just be walking out, and he would just, "Hey, what's up, brother?" And then I was, "Oh, hey, what's going on?" And then boom, right back inside. And
Right.
yeah, they were just very quiet people. Like I said, they never really talked to anybody. Like people come out here, the neighbor from in front, people downstairs. We socialize. People from this side, we socialize, but they're
Yeah.
just always just in and out, and
All right, I'm reading the chat. And y'all, and look, and check this out. Everything y'all saying in the chat, man, y'all on point. Now look at the story what he said. Now, just imagine this. Don't y'all remember? He said, the kids always quiet when they come out, and when they come out the house, they automatically get in the van. So them his 4 kids. Cause keep this in mind, he got 4 kids adopted. He got 4 kids adopted and 2 biological kids with the wife. Y'all got to put this shit up. Listen, you got 20-something-year-olds adopted kids. He is a jazz musician. He like jazz. So he in the music industry. The kids been gone cause the neighbors ain't seen the kid where he used to stay at. The FBI did a search warrant to go into their house, and they said he was looking for the kids and they had to dig up the backyard. Okay, don't y'all think this nigga could be a serial killer or be linked to some kind of child organs and harvest? Maybe he fucked up and exposed a orgasm ring. Watch this.
the times that I would try to socialize was very, very short. Like he just kind of cut it off and just go about his way.
All right.
Right on, man. We appreciate
Yeah,
you
appreciate it,
coming out
bro.
and talking.
Thank you, man.
Anything. I mean, we live in 215, so if you guys
Cool.
have any questions or anything that we can help,
Yeah,
with,
for sure,
we're
bro.
always more than happy to help.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hope you guys have some luck, man.
Thank
Was
you.
that the window they would come to? Or
Well, they would talk. Yeah, they would.
all 3 of them is.
I think it's all three. Yeah, all
Yeah?
3 of them. And like I said, sometimes the windows would be cracked, so when we would walk by, they would talk. Like they would just say little random things. But that's pretty much it.
Okay.
This is their patio. That's what that would be their patio.
Yeah.
All right, appreciate it,
If
bro.
you're allowed the kids to play right here, then outside, right? No.
No, not from like I said, not from the amount of time that we lived here. My daughter, she's always came out. My son, he comes out now, and there's always a bunch of neighborhood kids that hang out here, and they just would never come out. They would never come out. Very quiet people.
What did you think when you saw the news and you saw his face there?
Well, honestly, we didn't find out till kind of more recent, I guess you could say, because I had heard about it. I started watching when that big old search group was right here in front of the apartments, and I started watching it through that Facebook channel. And I was just kind of like, I remember I mentioned it to my wife, and I told her, I was like, that's crazy, the 2 kids went missing. From here, I was like, that's crazy. But I didn't know who it was. And then I was talking to somebody from the neighborhood, and then she told me that it was, the two little boys from here, and that's when it kind of threw me off. And then we got curious and we started looking it up, and we found the video on YouTube, and that's kind of how we found out that it was them. I had heard about the story, but I just didn't know who it was.
So you seen the interview, and then you seen the one. Did you see the one where he lied, bro?
No.
So he gave the interview, but his actions of what he did that night didn't match up to the interview at all.
We just saw one interview that was that he was talking about how they had went missing, and that I guess that they went out and they were trying to start a fire or something like that, or
firewood
wood up like that, and that they left the door open, and that he went inside, and when he came back out, they were gone.
That behavior
big old lie.
seen in the video, is that type of like common behavior?
Well, honestly, what I saw in the video, that's the most I ever seen from them. Because I said, they were really quiet.
He only seen the interview. He didn't see the actual one where he was in the backyard and freaking.
Right.
No, he didn't even look. He didn't even look for them, bro.
Like the in person. You're talking about.
I guess you could say that's kind of how they were, like in
kind of strange
life. They were just
way.
they were just very quiet, Yeah. Like I said, we would literally run into each other. And hey man, what's going on? Like, and he was just hey, what's going on? And just boom, dart out of there, kind of try to avoid the situation. Yeah.
You said the lady that would come, her car was blue.
I believe so. It was blue, right? It was like a blue Corolla, I think it was, or like a Geo Storm or something like that. It was a blue older car, yeah.
Other than her, were there any other visitors common, like constantly?
Not that I can remember.
Now look, did y'all just hear what he said? If he living a quiet life, a secret life, but he got one visitor, and it's a lady, an older lady in a blue car coming over there to visit him, who was that person? Who is that lady coming over their house? If they don't socialize with nobody else, who is that lady? That's what the fuck I want to know. Cause you never know how this organ harvesting ring might go. Oh yeah, you got the kids. Yeah, I got them. That's strange. That's why the police had to take the phone and confiscate around the neighborhood. In the news said, yeah, we know that y'all got, the news said we know that y'all got undercover officers around the neighborhood and watching the house. Why is that? We just want to find out what's going on in the neighborhood. Hey, they rolled up on AV News, Watchmen, when he was knocking on door in the neighborhood and asked about their cameras. Y'all seen the video? Man, the police pulled up on them. Whoop whoop, yeah. He instantly, yeah, you know what I'm saying, man. I'm conducting my investigation. Yeah. How you supposed to do that shit?
Cool.
Check this out. Watch this.
Dart out of there, kind of try to avoid the situation. Yeah.
You said the lady that would come, her car was blue.
I believe so. It was blue, right? It was like a blue Corolla, I think it was, or like a Geo Storm or something like that. It was a blue older car, yeah.
Other than her, were there any other visitors common, like constantly?
Not that I can remember. Yeah.
Cool.
They ever let them come play in their patio?
Not that we saw. No, honestly, we like the times that we would see them is like literally a blink of an eye. They're either going out to school or they were coming back in, and that would just be it. The rest of the afternoon, the rest of the evening, we wouldn't see them. Sometimes we would go days, sometimes weeks without seeing them. And honestly, he
said days and weeks. He said days and weeks, and keep this in mind, we still talking about 4 kids. We ain't talking about 6. We talking about 4 kids that adopted parents got 6 kids. And these people saying the same thing what California City saying. Y'all don't think this man here telling the truth?
They're so quiet that when they moved out, I didn't even know that they had moved out. I noticed it because when we walked down one day, I just saw the whole thing was empty, and I was like, I told my wife, I was like, the downstairs apartment's empty. I go, the people must have left. She was like, well, we didn't, because like I said, everybody talks to everybody, you know. And sometimes you see people moving in, you know, other people they offer a hand, you know. You see people coming in, hey, how are you doing? And, you know, say hi to them, whatever. Short conversation, but with them, everything was just always, everything was quick. Everything was quick, and you never see them. When they left, I didn't know they had left. You know, that's how quiet they are. I didn't see them move. I didn't honestly even see them move anything out. It was just like for me, it was just one day they were here, and then the next thing I know, they were gone.
And the kids living in the apartment that you know of?
From what I know, yes, just the adoptive parents, the mom, the dad, and the 2 or 3 kids.
Okay. Because the family, when you look it up, the family all seems to be associated with the complex.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's like different measures that pop up. Unit numbers. I was wondering if the grandma lived in here. You know what I mean? Because it shows the grandma, her husband, and son all associated too with the apartment.
That's interesting. No, I like I said, I didn't know. I do know that some people here have families, but again, just because the people here they communicate. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
like I said, I talked to my neighbors across. I talked to the neighbors below.
Yeah.
You know, the people in this complex, but just
They didn't even let them come out to play.
the way they were just very quiet. You know, so I would never even talk to them. I didn't even know they had family in here.
Wow. All right, guys. So now you just. I'm AV. Nice to meet you.
Hold on, guys. Now look, check this out. Did y'all just hear that? How the neighbors describe him. I show y'all what kind of uniform he got on. He wearing tactical boots, SWAT team boots. Look at the jeans he got on. And with a muscle shirt. See what I'm talking about? All this shit he got going on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Watch this. Hold on, guys. Let me y'all heard how the neighbors describe him, right? Do y'all think the feds and the police know who they dealing with? Cause keep this in mind, the feds got involved with this off top. Off top, y'all. Yeah, don't no nigga wear no Wranglers with a mustard shirt with some tack in the unit unless he finna go serve a search warrant or go and do some go to the county jail and lock niggas up. You see what I'm saying? And he got a white van. You mean to tell me he ain't got no Chevy? He ain't got no Ford Fusion on some foes. He ain't got no kind of no just a white van, y'all. And y'all want to say why these people man hold up, watch this. I want y'all to listen to what the mama said. That suspect. Look, watch this. We know the story. He lied, and and dressed up like the world finna end. But look what the police chief said in the beginning of the investigation. Hold on, guys. 1 second.
And we're doing our best to locate the kids. So that's all we've got at this time. There are things in the works, but I don't want to taint or compromise the investigation at this time.
How many agencies are working with you on this case?
I would say at this time 4.
We've noticed Bakefield Police Department cars up here as well, and I understand they've taken some video from some neighbors' homes. How much are they involved in this investigation?
At this point, just peripheral. They're helping us out.
And the FBI?
The same.
Okay. It's been more than a week now since the boys disappeared. It's cold up here. This is desert. In your gut, do you feel these boys are still alive?
I can't comment on that, whether I think they're alive or not. I do suspect foul play. We haven't been able to put together, how the boys got out of the yard or where they've gone.
Chief,
but we're doing our best.
On the Attorney General's website, they have the 2 boys missing.
Yes, sir.
On Orrin West, they've got it listed him as a
fractured leg.
A fractured lower left leg as a identifying mark, and that's on Orrin West, listed as a fractured lower left leg. Were you aware about that?
No.
Do you believe, any reason to believe that these 2 boys may have been physically abused by their adoptive parents?
I can't rule that out, but I can't comment on that either.
Okay, but there was no knowledge before that Orrin West had a fractured lower left leg?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay. Well, knowing that, what does that tell you, if anything?
I can't comment on that either. I mean, fractured leg can happen, especially with small children, any way possible. I mean, they fall down a lot. So,
why do you suspect foul play in this case?
We have no way of knowing how they got out of the yard. Nothing that shows how they got out of the yard, and if they wandered out of the yard, we don't know.
What message do you have for the community about, how committed they've been to trying to find these 2 boys and how to maintain, how to stay resolute during this time when we still don't know much of anything?
We absolutely appreciate everything from the community. I don't know if you know that first night, there was literally hundreds of people out here looking for them, and we truly appreciate that. I think this whole community is invested in this thing. My department is invested in this thing to the point where, we don't want to give up. We want to locate them any way we possibly can. We're accepting any information that you could possibly give us, any tips. We're following up on everything.
Sir,
yes, sir.
On that note, we've had people ask, should they still look for the boys? It's cold. People have been looking in the night. Should the community still look
I would never tell anybody to stop, but if they have anything that they could give us, we'll definitely take it.
Where are the parents at this time?
I don't know. I know that I don't know exactly where they are, no.
Did police advise them to get out of the house because
No.
there's a search warrant?
No.
Are they in the house? You don't know?
No.
So if you guys needed to contact the parents, do you guys have the availability to do that? Or
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Are the parents named suspects in this case?
Not at this time.
Look, y'all, check this out, what the police is really saying. I want y'all to catch on, because the news media is asking him some hardcore questions, trying to see if the family involved, if they suspects. What did you know? Why did you take the van? And what about Bakerville? Why the feds involved? When they asked him how many police agencies involved with this case, he said 4. Now this happened in California City. Why you got to have other investigators outside your city? Cause Maybe they know more than what we know when it comes to them kids. But what he finna say about the kids over here in California City?
Chief, as you know,
There are no named suspects at this time.
while it's possible that the boys could have been picked up by a complete stranger,
Absolutely.
isn't it true that in these types of cases, the majority of times, some family member or somebody known to the family is involved in abducting children?
In my experience, it's been very common, yes.
That it's usually a family member.
It could be, yes.
Do you have any of the other 4 kids in custody right now? Are they in police custody?
Oh, the other 4 kids are in protective custody right now, yes.
And
All right, here we go back to the 4 kids. We going back to the 4 kids, Jack. Now the news media. Now look, watch this. Before they even listen, y'all know the lady finna tell y'all about one of the boys had a fractured leg, and it been documented, but the police didn't know that yet. You see what I'm saying? It could have been child abuse. You see what I'm saying? But it was documented that he fell and hit himself or some shit, and he had bone fragments. All right. Listen to the news media and listen to the questions. We back to 4 kids, but not 6. Listen what he say about the 2 little boys.
have you questioned them at all?
I can't comment on that right now.
Do you know how old they are? Could you tell us?
I don't want to comment on that either.
Average age?
Just going back to the day these kids were reported missing, just to confirm, that was Monday night, correct?
Monday night, 21st of December.
And who reported them missing?
Parents.
Okay. You guys mentioned that there was a lot of folks left from the backyard. We noticed a lot of tools were used in the backyard. Can you talk about some of the work, what you guys were trying to reveal back there?
We're just trying to dig up anything, any clues that we can possibly find to find out where they had gone, and also.
He said, listen, y'all listen closely. He said they dug up the backyard just to see if where they could have gone to. So right then and there, he let you know, man, these babies down there dead. Cause we got to dig up the backyard. And we sent K9s in the house. And remember, he said, when they sent the K9s in the house, the dog didn't get no trace of them even leaving the yard.
Confirm they're not in the backyard.
How extensive was the digging in the backyard?
Fairly extensive.
Anything useful turn up?
No.
What message do you have for anyone? I feel like someone out there knows something more that might help you guys move forward in this. What message do you have for someone who knows?
I definitely believe people know. Someone knows. And I would hope that person would come forward.
Y'all remember the lady pulled up at their house? What the neighbor said? It was only one lady, or elder lady, come over there. And you got the police chief, that he ain't said somebody may know. He said that person. He said that person know and need to come forward. Listen.
How extensive was the digging in the backyard?
Fairly extensive.
Anything useful turn up?
No.
What message do you have for anyone? I feel like someone out there knows something more that might help you guys move forward in this. What message do you have for someone who knows?
I definitely believe people know. Someone knows. And I would hope that person would come forward.
Left from the backyard. We noticed a lot of tools were used in the backyard. Can you talk about some of the work, what you guys were trying to reveal back there?
We're just trying to dig up anything, any clues that we can possibly find to find out where they had gone, and also to confirm that they're not in the backyard.
How extensive was the digging in the backyard?
Fairly extensive.
Anything useful turn up?
No.
What message do you have for anyone? I feel like someone out there knows something more that might help you guys move forward in this. What message do you have for someone who knows?
I definitely believe people know. Someone knows. And I would hope that person would come forward. I mean, we got two young, I mean, in my opinion, babies that we don't know where they're at and we can't find them. So if that person or any of those people have any
He said that person and anybody else that got something to do with it need to come forward. Now look, they believe them kids is still alive, Jack. They still alive. He could have sold them babies. I'm going to tell y'all something. Them babies could be still alive. That's probably why y'all got so much shit going around on YouTube right now, trying to distract y'all. You know what I'm talking about. But listen what the police said. He said that person. Y'all like, oh, watch this.
any idea where these kids are or can give us any information that we could follow up, it would be truly appreciated.
It's been over a week. At what point does this become a cold case? Is there still a lot that needs to be?
Oh yeah, it's not even close to becoming a cold case. It's an active investigation. It's going on right now, as we speak. I guarantee you.
What are the steps moving forward for your guys and the other agencies involved?
Just to continue to evaluate all the evidence involved and interview anybody that we think is a person of interest and gather as much intel as we possibly can until we come to a conclusion.
Listen what he just said. Do they have a person of interest? Is they interviewing? That mean, look, the news media trick question now. That means suspect. Do you got any make a long story short? Do you got any suspects you interrogating and all this shit? And you heard what he just said. Watch this.
To evaluate all the evidence involved and interview anybody that we think is a person of interest and gather as much intel as we possibly can until we come to a conclusion.
Do you think you're going to go back in the house at any point? You have that search warrant still, right?
It's absolutely possible, yes.
Okay.
What about
So that means they suspects.
your biological parents in Bakersfield? Have they been cooperative in this investigation?
For the most part, yes. Yes.
California City has the third largest land area in the entire state.
That is
There's a lot of ground to cover, sprawling desert. Have you guys started combing through the desert yet?
No, we have no reason unless we have any other tips that they could possibly be out in the desert.
That's why they call the search off in the desert. Remember that? Now look, why you think they were automatic and call the search off in the desert? And he said it no need to. But to y'all want to keep searching. I understand that. But you got to realize they did an investigation and they got some evidence they don't want to. You just can't just tell everybody what you know because you don't want to compromise the investigation. You see what I'm saying? But if you were smart and you know how to ask questions and trick a person, answering your question without they even knowing. You see what I'm saying? Look how much tea he just spilled. You see what I'm saying? He gave me tea. Shit, I started call his hotline, be like, yeah, this Trey gang, yeah, and I want to let you know, man, we need to clean the little teacup together, cause we this tea piping hot.
It's been my experience, especially with small children, you always start from the inside out. You start from where were they seen last. And if we feel that we have enough information and enough evidence to expand out, we absolutely will. But at this point, we have no reason to believe that.
The adoptive father told us that, he wished he could go to every house, knock on the door, see if their kids are inside. From a law enforcement perspective, when you say you want to start from where the kids were last seen, How many neighbors have you guys contacted here, and is it difficult to be able to search inside anywhere like that?
But we've contacted just about everybody in this neighborhood, and you know, we've talked to everybody in the neighborhood. Just our goal is to basically locate the kids. So if I come to your door and I knock, hey, have you seen these kids? You know, and then we move to the next, and we move to the next, and we move to the next. Unless we have any other information that leads us to the point where we can actually enter their home and look for a child, we can't do that.
So it'll be accurate to say, and I apologize if I'm reiterating this, from every neighbor you guys spoke to, not a single sight of them?
No. No.
When was the most recent that a neighbor cited they've seen the kids?
None of the neighbors have seen the kids.
Y'all heard that? Nobody ain't seen the kids in California City, where he just came from, where he moved from. The neighbors said they only seen 4 kids. The same 4 kids he seen in protected custody. Nobody ain't seen these 2 little boys, Jack. Payal, man, they been gone. Pay attention to his story. Watch this.
Ever.
No.
At what point do you guys decide to bring out dogs to try to help out in this investigation?
Done that. It's been done multiple times.
And the canines consistently found that the scent of the children did not leave the house?
Correct.
Just to break that down a little bit, piggybacking off of Perla's thing, when you guys use dogs to search for missing people, if their scent was just even a bit outside of the home, would they actually follow that scent?
Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second.
When was the most recent that a neighbor cited they've seen the kids?
None of the neighbors have seen the kids.
Ever?
No.
At what point do you guys decide to bring out dogs to try to help out in this investigation?
Done that. It's been done.
Y'all heard that? Now, if the neighbors ain't seen none of the kids, you think the police then when they did conduct the investigation and confiscated their cameras? You see what I'm saying? Cause his story don't match up what the camera show on their neighbor footage. Everything AV News got, man, look. Man, the police got the same thing. So we all know that sucker lying now, Jack. Watch this. Nobody ain't seen the 2 little boys.
Multiple times.
And the canines consistently found that the scent of the children did not leave the house?
Correct.
Just to break that down a little bit, piggybacking off of Perla's thing, when you guys use dogs to search for missing people, if their scent was just even a bit outside of the home, would they actually follow that scent?
Generally, yes. But it all depends on the dog as well. You know, it could be the wind blowing, it could be the dog can't pick up the scent, it could be a lot of things going on, but that's the general idea. That's the hope.
Could you explain how police were able to get a warrant inside the house and retain custody over the rest of the 4 kids. Even 2 of them are biological.
Oh, that's the fact that the kids are missing. That's the easy part. Obtaining the warrant was easy. I mean, we do every warrant search.
You're allowed enough evidence is the kids were missing and you were able
That
to
is
get
correct. When
custody
you have
over the other 4.
correct.
Chief, could you clarify though why the kids were put in protective custody from the parents here?
Anytime anything happens in a household where that involves any kids, all the kids are taken out of the household.
Now, we've noticed DPD here in California City, we've noticed FBI, and we've noticed that several cars have been parked, law enforcement, undercover vehicles have been parked near here, around several streets. Why is that? Can you explain anything?
Oh, we definitely we want to keep an eye on the area, and again, if we ever get any evidence the kids could be anywhere in this neighborhood, and also just to keep an eye on the house and see who comes and goes.
Has there been a human trafficking issue in Cal City or recent cases?
Not that I'm aware of.
And sorry, I just want to... Go ahead, Perla.
Did the Luminol find anything?
Not that I know of.
I just want to piggyback off of a recent question here. When you say whenever there's a situation involving kids, the other children go into protective custody?
Normally, yes.
Well, from my understanding, we have a lot of missing, persons cases in Bakersfield, and when a parent reports their child missing, the other kids aren't taken away from them. So what circumstances have to be in play in order for the other children of the household to be in protective custody rather than the custody of their parents?
Well, generally, if there's any kind of a juvenile situation where there's been any kind of neglect or any kind of harm to any of the children, we automatically have to take all the other kids out of the house until there's an investigation done by Child Protective Services.
You're saying that based off of that there have been other types of abusive things?
No, I'm not saying there was abuse at all. I'm saying the kids are missing, and we can't put that together. So until we determine one way or the other what happened to the children, the other 4 children are taken out of the home. Now the parents can try to go to Children's Services and get the children back, but that's totally up to Children's Services.
Chief, if somebody wants to come forward with information but they're afraid to come forward publicly, how can they do so anonymously and contact you?
They can call our station, leave a number, leave information, whatever they want to do, and we'll get back to them.
Can't you guys trace a phone number? I mean, if somebody really says, look, I don't want to get involved, but here's information you should know, is there any way they can contact you with being totally anonymous?
Call the station. That's all I can say. That's all I would hope.
Where else are police and agencies searching? Or where are they currently searching? Or do they believe that they're still...
I can't comment on that right now.
Okay.
Can you say if you're searching in Bakersfield?
I can't comment on that right now.
Y'all heard that? Did you search in Bakersfield? I'm not commenting on that right now. Don't you know everything AV News got? The investigation, the police know that too. That's why you got multiple police agencies involving with the case. And that explains the same picture y'all see they showing they picture on the missing poster. Them old pictures. The mama had to go over to the house and like, hey man, I want to see my boys. Ain't nobody.
How about words for the community? Because obviously there are a lot of signs out on the major roadway that are asking where are these boys at.
Of course.
Well, what are your words to the people that are asking that same question and asking these same questions that we are asking you?
Well, my answer to that is that's my question as well. I want to find these kids as much as anybody else. And so whatever information and we're actively at it. I mean, around the clock. We haven't given up on this thing. We want to keep on it as diligently as we can, because we know the clock's ticking and we really need to find them. So my answer to those people would be, I want to find them as bad as you do, and if you have any information, please come forward and give it to us and we'll follow up.
Chief, you're not a very large police department here, a small police department.
We're very small.
In the city. How is this case, what impact has it had on your resources?
Huge. I got people that are on their days off coming in. I got people that are supposed to be working days that, I was putting 19, 20 hours in last week myself. So my guys, they're working tirelessly on this thing and not complaining because they want to find these kids as bad as everyone else.
Do you have any reason to believe that the kids are still inside the house?
No,
Even though the canines didn't smell their scent?
no. And I've been in the house multiple times.
And Mr. Walker, just talking about the different agencies helping out, part of it is because to help with manpower, correct?
Correct.
If you could talk about general assignments, the FBI, what aspect of it are they looking at? What aspect is KCSO looking at? Do you guys have those kind of designations on who does what?
Well, basically, all the bigger agencies, they have all the other resources like the crime labs and that sort of thing. So they're really helping us out with that, analyzing any evidence we have and any clues that we can come up with. So that's a real big help for us.
Para Telemundo, ¿gusta decir algo en español? Lo que sea, nada más para la gente que esté escuchando, porque hay gente hispana que vive aquí en California City.
Sí.
¿Qué mensaje le tiene usted a la persona, a la comunidad hispana, para ayudar a encontrar a estos dos niños?
My Spanish is really bad,
That's fine.
but yo quiero mucho ayudar, por favor.
Encontrar a los niños.
Sí, por favor.
¿Piensa usted que los niños están vivos? ¿Piensa usted, do you believe the kids are still alive?
I want to believe that, yes.
Gracias.
Thank you very much.
A lot of people have been wondering about what constitutes an Amber Alert and why one wasn't sent out.
An Amber Alert, the way I understand it, to the best of my knowledge and my experience, would be if we have a known person who has taken the child and we have a vehicle information about that vehicle, so we put that out for all the drivers and all the commuters to be on the lookout for that vehicle and that license plate number. So, in fact, we can recover the child. We don't have any of that information at this time.
I also want to confirm one thing just to make sure we're putting out the most accurate info. You said that since this couple has been here, that there was never a sighting of the children?
Not that we know of. They've only been here since September.
Okay. Was there a sighting of the parents' other children?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
No.
Can we ask a question as a community? What do
Sure.
you want us to do? Because I heard you say you guys aren't going to go to the desert. Do you want us to keep?
If whatever you feel that you want to do in that aspect is more than it's welcome. Whatever, I'm not going to close any doors. Whatever's open, I'm willing to take. And if you can come up with any clues, any information that we can follow up on, we most happily will.
Okay, thank you. We just wanted, because we heard you say earlier, you guys weren't going out there, but there's so many of us still willing to.
And that's fine.
We know it's vast. We know
Right.
you guys only have a certain number of people.
Right,
So
and
we're still willing to help.
Yes, ma'am, and I appreciate it. But our resources, we have to
Yes.
concentrate on where we saw them last. And if something leads us to expand our search, we absolutely will.
Thank you.
And I'm
Ask about the parent van.
Oh, after her.
I'm sorry.
Somebody yesterday informed me they spotted a vehicle that looked identical to the parent's van coming back from the direction of Silver Saddle on Sunday, the day before the boys were reported missing.
I can tell you that's not possible.
I heard the same thing.
Let me dispel that right now. That's not possible.
Are there any other rumors?
Can you say that again, Chief? What's not possible again?
That the van was seen somewhere out near Civil Shadow yesterday.
No, it was seen the Sunday before they were reported
Oh.
missing.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, we can follow up on that. Sure.
Yeah, we
Thanks.
reported it and, never heard back.
Okay.
Don't
Well,
you think he should comb the desert, like, go out like in spurs where everybody goes in the same direction and look for those kids?
Sure, that's a possibility.
I think that's a good possibility.
But right now, we're not going to spend the resources on that right now. We're concentrating on right here.
Check this out, gang. Make a long story short, y'all see how the investigation going. We know he lied about the boys come up missing. And the reason why he had to report the boys missing, cause the mama said, she was
main
popping up.
rumors that you want people to.
Hold up. I want everybody to pay attention to a mother cry. Whatever happened between her and her kid, she lost them. But she was working to get them back. Whatever the case may be, because people go through things. But she made a big effort to get her boys back. And coming to find out the boys that was untrustworthy of the parents had other things in mind. This lady can't talk. She could barely hold an interview, Jack. Cause listen what she said about y'all heard what the neighbor said, right? Listen what the mama said when she contacted them.
Take your time. Take your time. They don't have a tissue?
Man, them folk hurt that lady, Jack. They took her babies. And she don't know what her babies did. Y'all hear that? That's a mother pain.
Take your time.
Ryan, to say this is emotional is an understatement. How do you even express what you're feeling in words?
It hurt. It hurt. It hurts. Everything, even before this. I'm not a bad mother.
I see a lot of suckers finna come in the chat talking about this shit fake. This shit ain't nothing fake about this girl. Cause in all this lady interviews, this lady could barely get her words out. And goddamn it, she always say, I'm not a bad mother. I'm not a bad mother. I'm just trying to work, get my babies back. You know what I'm saying? I come from a good background. She could be fucking with a nigga that she was fucking with and learn her lesson and fucking with the wrong nigga. You see what I'm saying? So, man, look, y'all don't pay attention to these suckers in the chat talking about this is fake. Ain't nothing fake about this. Cause that white bitch ain't crying like this here talking about her babies. And the bitch said they was in the backyard playing with chalk. You see what I'm saying?
It just hurt.
What did the parents tell you?
They said that she said she was wrapping gifts and she let my two kids out in the backyard because she didn't want them to see the gifts. But you didn't let the other kids out. Where were the other kids? Why my two just go back there? At night, she said it was dark. And it's cold right now, so I know it was cold then. So I don't believe it.
So when did she tell you this? Where were you when she told you this?
I just came here 45 minutes when nobody was here. 45 minutes to an hour, and we knocked on the door. And it took them a minute to come, and he came out. And
Keep this in mind. This going on the same day he made his interview. This is like 45 minutes before they came outside to talk to the lady and do the news interview. She just mobbed up there, you know what I'm saying? Watch this.
He want to say he's sorry and all that. I just don't feel in my heart that it's something. They're not.
Do you have a relationship with these parents?
I don't know them. I don't know them. And I know I told them my last visit, in the visits prior to that, I said, when these kids used to be with her, they were fatter. My kids are skinny. They used to cry when they picked them up, like at the end of the visit. They weren't dressing them, they weren't cutting their hair when I still had rights, so I asked them, can they cut their hair? Their hair wasn't being cut.
Y'all heard what she's saying? What the parent? She said her kids weren't being cut. Know what I'm talking about? Neglect what the police said why they had to take the other folk in custody. Cause they said they see any kind of neglect. Watch this.
I just know, I know my kids and they was not happy with them. I felt it at visits. I told them.
So you've been visiting the family?
No, my kids at visits, they were with her, but they switched it to them, and they didn't even barely want to talk to me at visits. They didn't really want to let me. I'm like, can I please just, I'm not a bad mother. It was a mishap of what happened. Can y'all just let me still be in their life? They denied Christmas gifts and everything from me and my mother.
They were adopted.
The dude in the apartment said, yeah, they live like a hermit type life. You know what I'm saying? Get out the van, go straight in the house, and when they and the mother saying they won't even let her see the kids, and she had to explain herself that I'm not a bad parent. I just want to just get my kids birthday present, Christmas present, and get their hair cut.
Adopted in 2019, right? Do you know?
I don't know. I didn't know anything after the last court date. I didn't know anything.
Ryan, going back to your interaction with the foster parents, anyone looking at you could tell you're clearly devastated. When they were telling you this, what kind of sense did you get? Any emotion on their end?
On her, she's too nonchalant, and on him, he's trying to plead to me and say sorry, but I just feel fake.
And you saw the police cars out here investigating.
Yes, I saw that through the AV news yesterday.
It goes to say that a mother has the best intuition of her kids. What do you think happened?
They did something. I feel like they did something, and they know something. They did something, and I feel my kids is somewhere around here. I feel it, and I feel like they're in the house, and I feel like they did something. I really do.
So did they tell you they called police for the missing children, or did someone else call?
The news said that they reported them missing.
I don't know if I trust
the
news.
I don't understand how that barely gets going on at 9-something and they were missing at 5. So what were you doing for 4 hours? Were you looking for them? Were you...
Keep this in mind. They told the mama her kids came up missing at 5. At 5. And you remember the interview the Dr. Parrish did? When they asked him, he said at 4:30. But the wife said 5-ish. But listen what they told the mama.
I don't understand how that barely gets going on at 9 something and they were missing at 5. So what were you doing for 4 hours? Were you looking for them or you what?
There's people throughout the.
They don't know no one out here, so this is I just went and we went and printed out flyers and had been hanging them on the.
Now I want y'all to check the couple out. Video in slow motion. Look what he got on, and look how he covered his face up. And you got on boots. Y'all see how the boot poking out the bottom of his jeans? Look at the bottom of their feet, Jack. This nigga living a military combo life like, you know what I'm talking about? With a muscle shirt on. And look at the haircut. Yeah, he don't go to the barber shop. He cut his head with an axe. He cut his hair with an axe. Yeah, baby. Look at that shit back there and give me the axe. But what you finna do with this? I'm finna give me a line and chop my edges up. You see what? Y'all see how that sucker? Look how long the boots is. Look. Yeah, he suspect. He a serial killer. Man, that nigga might be responsible for the goddamn shit that was found in Bakersville. Look at the pan. Y'all see how them just sticking out? No wonder why he got his arm folded. Now look, don't you know when you get in trouble and when your mama leave you at the house and be like, yeah, you better have this house clean before I get back and shit. And when she get back to the house ain't clean. So now she got they ass questioning, interrogation. Now look how they look. That's the same goddamn it. The look be like, she did it. No, he did it. And you can tell when they come up with a story together. Cause this how he'll look. Y'all see that? Now look. Just say your mama finna go off to work and this nigga dressed like this here and he said he finna throw a slumber party. And he got his homies over there. And next thing you know, she go to work and come back. She like, what happened to everybody? And next thing you know, he's standing in the corner and shit. Talking about it was cold. And he had to throw some firewood over the gate. And what happened to... Well, I just knew I left the gate open. And they might have... You see that? Everybody been in trouble before. Man, look, that's the same kind of pose when I snuck out the house. Cause I was trying to get me some thunder booted. And I ain't making home for curfew. See what I'm saying? Mom done came in that motherfucker, checked the room and seen that bunk bed was missing a body. Wait a minute. This nigga gone. You see what I'm saying? And check this out. She knew how to find my ass. Cause guess what? She know when to lock that door when I come back. Cause when I come back to sneak in that motherfucker, wait a minute, why all this shit? I can't even lift the goddamn window up. This motherfucker feel like it been nailed it. You see what I'm saying? So you can't tell me ain't no motherfucker come up missing, Jack. And then look, that's how a nigga sit in the corner with his head down and shit. Arms folded. I didn't do nothing. Y'all see what I'm saying? That's why I said they ain't got no family support. He ain't got no father figure. She don't got no father figure. They ain't even got no family support. You see what I'm saying? She done chose the wrong nigga to be fucking with, and he got a temper problem, and he got a gal there go for that dumb shit where he on. Man, look, if y'all see a nigga dressed like this here, talking about what's up, boo? You see what I'm talking about? You better call you know what I'm saying, that hotline, make sure that nigga don't fit the description. Yeah, this nigga said he wanna holler at me and shit. And this nigga don't got a mustache. So can y'all look him up, make sure this nigga ain't want it? You see what I'm saying? And next time you know, be like, yeah, that nigga look like we done hung him up in the post office. Talking about his code. Yeah. See what I'm saying? That's why we gotta stop entertaining this dumbass shit. These suckers on here talking about two baby miss. You got two boys missing. Not just one child. You got two kids missing. That's an automatic red flag. You sold them babies. You see what I'm talking about? Man, y'all so crazy. Y'all stop it. But y'all tell AV News, man, keep doing what he doing. Cause we need that tea. You see what I'm talking about? Check him out, y'all. Look, put him on the flat screen. Let me put this sucker on the flat screen. He got a military cut. Look, he ain't even got a bald fade. It ain't blended, and he ain't even got a hairline. And he ain't got no mask on that was recommended by the government. He just tied something around his face because he don't want nobody to recognize him. And he got a muscle shirt on with his arm folded up like he the part of the gangster disciple. Man, is you GD? Are you the Vice Lord? Is that the 6-point star or the 5-point star? And you in the desert with this shit. You see what I'm saying? I ain't seen that kind of pose since you know, talking about Tuka and them was you know, talking about in gangland. Alright, gang. Y'all know I got to fire this sucker up right quick before I go. Now look, we all know he ain't gang affiliated, but he got his hand posted up like he over the OGs like he triple OG. But he got his face wrapped up like he from the Taliban, right? With a mustard shirt on. Now I'ma tell you something. He ain't from the hood cause he would have been got whooped. He would have been got whooped wearing this type of shit. Cause if he come in my neighborhood with this shit on, we finna get on his ass. Man, what the fuck this old goddamn weird motherfucker coming in with Timberland boots? With some look, watch this. I'm finna show you what this sucker said in fast mode.
We came out in droves, and I wanted to thank you guys that night, but we couldn't go outside. The cops told us the best are out here. The best are out here searching, and we appreciate it. And nobody ever could tell, we could never talk to anybody, and that was the issue.
We just want to thank everybody.
We really want to thank you guys.
Please, if anybody has seen them, please call. Let somebody know.
Call the cops. Call California City Police Department. Call them and let them know what you've seen. If you've seen anything, our boys, they are going to be rambunctious. Okay, they are going to be here in this area, and I really would like to go in the houses, but it's not because I want to invade people's privacy. I just want to know. If they make sure, that's it. Because okay, I'm sorry. If you got any questions?
Oh no, you're good.
Okay.
I was just gonna say, this is the first time we're hearing from you guys, and I can't imagine what you guys are going through. I can't even fathom it.
That's the story you get when you in trouble. Talking fast and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Talking about some, what happened? I been there goddamn way. What happened to your goddamn friend? Well, you know, they was in here acting all rambunctious. What happened to your friend, little Snoop? Mommy, I told you they was acting rambunctious. And he dressed up like he been in the woods. Y'all stop listen. Watch this.
What you seen, if you've seen anything. Our boys, they are going to be rambunctious. Okay, they are going to be here in this area, and I really would like to go in the houses, but it's not because I want to invade people's privacy. I just want to know if they make sure. That's it. Because okay, I'm sorry. If you got any questions?
Oh no, you're good.
Okay.
I was just gonna say, this is the first time we're hearing from you guys, and I can't imagine what you guys are going through. I can't even fathom it. For you guys, for people who are thinking that there's some kind of foul play involved, we just spoke to the biological mother. She says she had a conversation with you guys, and that she thinks there's some kind of foul play involved. That she thinks you guys did something. What's your response to that?
That's understandable. I would think the same thing. Yep. I mean, that's exactly the point. And we can find our babies, and guess what? That's no. And that's all I want is to find our babies. That's it. And I talked to her this morning, and I really wanted to tell her that I'm completely sorry because we were interested in our children, and they came to us, and they became our children. We named them, and they are our children, and so we want them back. So please, if y'all get back on what you guys are doing, we should be able to get a hold of somebody. But they took all of our tech, so they wanted to, I guess, just rule us out, which makes sense. That's part of the investigation. So let's.
Have you guys, you talked to the police all last night? Yes. What? So you guys willfully gave them your technology,
yes.
The car?
Yes.
Did they get it? How did they get a search warrant? Did you guys?
I don't see why they got one, but they got one. We wouldn't have taken anything. We would have taken everything. We never come in and search with us. We asked them to come do that.
What did they take?
Just tech. And that's it. Like our phones.
From the house and everything?
So, into the okay, I guess.
I see. Yeah, we seriously, we needed to be out here. We did. Again, we were told the best are out here looking already. Just to stay put. They have more questions. There was literally a cop with us the whole time in there.
Yeah, sitting there.
Okay, and for you?
JCQUELINE.
I'm sorry, one more time.
Man, y'all see that? Man, we already know what's going on. Look how he dressed. Look, even the news media see y'all look at the boots. Y'all look at the boots. And look how they poking out the jeans. He got them John Wayne Johns on. Y'all see that? Look at the boots. Man, that nigga suspect in a motherfucker, Jack. Look at the boobs. Look. Military style. And look how long they is. They bomb proof. Yeah, they survive all kind of detonations and all that shit. That nigga got a whole Kevlar suit on. Look. He got a whole Kevlar suit on. And look how the door just opened up. He ain't even twist the doorknob. What kind of shelter he done built in this? Man, I'm telling y'all, he might be somebody dangerous because a nigga just blew up Nashville because he had whole problem and took it out on the goddamn downtown. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, me and my bitch. Tactical boots. What kind of job he do to be wearing these? Y'all see that? And y'all say that ain't strange. And she suspect for real because she ain't even got a thunder booty. Yeah, we need to investigate her further deeper and yeah, how this shit happen. You see what I'm saying? Cause this and then look.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
People, they didn't socialize with nobody. Like usually all the neighborhood.
Yeah, like I said, gang. I just want to tune in with y'all because this nigga suspect as hell. And it's time for they to go on and get that arrest warrant and go on put that sucker on their road. Cause he know everything what happened with them boys. You see what I'm saying? And the bitch filing suit that you know what I'm talking about. The mama said they denied her. The neighbors saying they didn't talk to them. They live like a secret life. You see what I'm saying? So y'all do the math. And keep this in mind, ain't nobody seen the boys. That's why y'all got them old ass pictures on the goddamn missing poster. See what I'm saying? Man, this dude who we looking at is sick as fuck, Jack. And he might be linked to some more shit. Or he might be linked to some shit that get the organs harvesting ring busted. Or missing child sex trafficking. Cause it don't make no sense that you young and y'all ain't even in y'all 30s. And you talking about adopting kids. And you got 4 kids adopted. And 2 adopted kids come up missing. Man, y'all do the math on that shit. It's a new hustle in the world. See what I'm saying? Human trafficking is at its finest right now. Pie Jack. Yeah. I just want to share my thoughts. That was my thoughts. You know what I'm talking about? That's just how the way I see it and how the way the case was presented to me. We all feel the same way. We know it's foul play. Only thing the police got to do, take that sucker back into questioning and let him know, well, everything you said, we ain't see the kids come out the backyard and we got surveillance footage. So now you got to tell us something. We give your ass the death penalty. Cause in California they got the death penalty. So you can spook that sucker with that and see he'll tell some, you know what I'm saying, about the cartel family. See what I'm saying? But yeah, I appreciate everybody coming out. And I put the schedule on there, John, so y'all see the timeline. And you know this when I be back on. So y'all stay tuned. And I'll be back.
They're a little off. I mean, I don't want to down talk on the family because I didn't know them like that.
Yeah.
But just the way that they kind of were, their characteristics, I guess you could say, they did seem a little off. It's just because I always figured that he would do martial arts because he was kind of, he looked like a little fit guy, and it was like a brown stick that he used to walk around with. But he would just, like I said, he would walk around here, and like I just assumed it was martial arts because he was always kind of spinning it. It was just a wooden stick, you know.
You ever hear any like emotion down there at all?
Honestly, no. Other than the quietness, no. Like my what's it called? We would always I work for this company and they distribute juices sometimes, so I used to bring boxes of juices and I always distributed it between all the neighbors. And I would send my daughter out to give it to them, and you know she would knock on the door and they wouldn't open the door. They would just look through the people and they'd be like, "No, thank you." And my daughter would be like, "Oh, we got juice." No, it's okay. No, thank you. We don't want them. And
They would never open the door?
wow. You know, only one time I caught him out here, and I told him, I was like, "Hey man, I got some juices. Like, if you guys want some." And he's like, "Oh yeah, like I'll take a box for sure." And he took it. And then that was like the only time. But other than that, our interactions were always really quick. Like he would just be walking out.